Welcome back. Well, they make up a whopping 99% of Singapore's enterprises and account for half of the country's GDP. But a recent survey shows that over a third of small and medium-sized enterprises still face issues related to financial management.
This is one of the reasons why SMEs are investing more in the technology to boost productivity. At the recent Asia Business First Exchange, Channel NewsAsia's Don Tan spoke with some key industry players to address the challenges of digitalization.
It seems that these changes are happening at a breakneck speed, and so support, collaboration, it's all very important. How difficult is this landscape?
I think the speed of digitalization have caught many people by surprise, given that Singapore per se has been founded on an SME platform, and it took many years for businesses to be successful. And with the sort of digitalization, SMEs are put on a global landscape to compete effectively globally. So a lot of owners are sort of caught unprepared for it. So that's the first challenge that I sort of see. Second challenge is the perennial mindset change. A lot of SME owners think that, oh, it is not for me, it is for someone else. And little do they know that the competition is creeping at the backyard, eating into the market share, into the profits, day by day.
I'd like to turn to our SME representatives here, because you would have had experience with that. Would you like to, Jasmine, maybe you could kick us off?
Well, I inherited the business. My father-in-law passed away within a month of being in a hospital. So within a month, I have to run a hardware shop that I know nothing about. What's a screw? I have no idea. And then I have all these books that I have to work with. And we went from a big ledger book to, well, we call it ordering books, like this, much smaller. I found them at the shop and I say, why don't we use them, right? Let's put them down and know what we're ordering so that we're not either overstocking or understocking, but everything was a complete mess. But we decided that in order to clear out the mess, it's not that physical space yet. We need to think, and then we thought that is the back end that we really need to do. So we changed from that to this. So now we work everything off an iPad or a computer. With a click of a button, we know exactly what we need to order. But that took a long time.
And for lots of SMEs, let's face it, that's how it begins, right? You've got many, many years of experience. With AcePac, your company's history is 24 years old, right? So 24 years ago, you weren't doing anything digitally necessarily, but you've already built your brand. You've built the way that you do business. You understand it so well. All of a sudden, you've got everyone telling you you've got to overhaul things, you've got to transform. Or how are you overcoming, probably more to the point, this process of overhaul?
We always ask ourselves this question: although we are a 24-year-old company, are we a company with 24 years of experience compounded and grow with continuous improvement, or 1 year of experience repeated 24 times? So, if it is a second situation, then it's very dangerous. So in today's connected and digitalized age, we can be substituted easily as an SME. If there are bigger MNC with deep pockets that want to duplicate our business, it can be done easily.
We're talking about the kinds of challenges that SMEs can anticipate having to navigate in this process, and just how nerve-wracking they may be. A phrase as simple as, well, change your mindset is not going to cut it, is it? So, what can they do?
IMDA launched the SME Go Digital program early last year, to help address these issues so as to make going digital simple for our SMEs. So how do we do it? How do we make it less nerve-wracking for our SMEs? We do it in a simple 5-step process. First step is we developing digital roadmaps by sector. Okay, this digital roadmap will guide the SMEs to understand where they are in their digital readiness, and when they understand where they are, and then which stage to go into, what kind of solutions to take in their next step, so that they are very clear what they should do. And second step is, after self-assessment, if the SMEs feel they need more clarity on their plans or to understand certain technologies better, they can also consult SME centers or digital tech hub for tech advisory and consultancy. And third step is we help them to pre-approve solutions. That's what Mr. Yeo has mentioned, plug-and-play solutions that's already proven to work in many SMEs. And the fourth step is that we also embark on projects with the industry to try out new solutions that the SMEs should also be using. The fifth step, which we just launched recently in May this year, this month, is the digital project management as a service. And this is, in our opinion, very important, because after you have identified what solutions to deploy, if you don't deploy correctly, it will still be a waste of the effort, right?
To further assist SMEs, USME is working with UOB to organize monthly digital clinics with experts from UOB and SAP. During these clinics, SMEs will not only get an understanding of how they can use technology to improve their processes, they will also receive practical, one-on-one guidance on how to incorporate effective digital solutions into their operations. And you, SME partners, will have free access to these clinics.
Transforming the SME, brought to you by UOB.